if you can ask for anything more. You had preseason 1 in Boise State, preseason 2 in Wyoming, last day of the season, and everything's on the line, and I thought both teams played exceptionally well. It seems like nobody could ever put anyone away. Boise State got up by 5 in the third. We made our run with Marta Gomez hitting threes. We got up 8, and Boise just didn't go away. Then Boise comes back, and at the 3 threes they hit really changed the momentum in the game. And then I thought we had 2 really good looks from the corner, one with Liv, one with Marta, and both came up empty. And so that's how these games go. We made our run, they made their run, and they just had an extra shot or 2 to finish things out. And then I thought also, when I look back at this, they shoot 90% from the free throw line. We're 11 of 16 for 68%, and that's difference in a close ball game. And I'd like to have some of those free throws back.
I know both Natalie and Liv said too that rebounding was obviously a big key, and there were times when you guys were playing a minute, almost 90 seconds worth of defense, and Liv thought maybe that contributed to maybe being a little sluggish down at the end on offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, we had to try. We really shortened our bench, and I knew I needed Bailey in there to rebound, and we had Marta and Natalie scoring very well, but not rebounding very well. And so now you're in a bind because you can't play all 3 together. And so we had to make some choices. And I think we had to work so hard defensively through those stretches. And it looked like we rested a bit offensively. And, we had a play called at the end. So when we're down 2, we knew what we were going to. And give Boise credit, they took it away. And then, I'll probably look back on that one and say, okay, maybe we should have tried another play, maybe we should have had a timeout. But you can play the what-if game forever. And if all of a sudden we execute the play and we make the shot, we're all talking about something different. So you take your chances with what you have. And like I said, the rebounding portion of it was big. Boise State gets 16 second chance points. We get 13, and we lose by a possession. And that's probably where I could look at it and say that's where that possession came from.
You mentioned those threes, and you did a really good job on Lufer. You did a really good job on Shaw. Hutchins plays the game of her life for her. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and that's what you're always asking, somebody to step up. We broke down a couple of times what we wanted to do defensively, and to Boise State's credit, they made you pay. And that's what good teams do. And that's something that when you take a look at it, that I'll go back, I'll look at this film, and there's going to be a lot of really good things that we did tonight to stay with this team. There's a reason you're picked preseason number 1. It just doesn't everybody flip a coin. I believe Boise State was the best team in this league. I put them down there. They showed me tonight that they beat us on our home court. This is only our 2nd loss. I think we're 15-2 at home, so give them credit, especially when we had them by 8 early in the 4th quarter, and we seemed to have some momentum. They stepped up and made plays.
I know we talked about, you mentioned one thing you're concerned about is their big game experience, their championship experience. Like you said, you're up by 8 with 6 minutes to go, and they finished the game on a 17-5 run. I guess that's that experience.
Yeah, the experience. They didn't panic. And I thought we took some ill-advised shots, and not from not wanting to try, but just not being in that situation, that type of game, and knowing where you needed to go with the basketball and not necessarily force some of the shots we did. And that's an experience, a learning factor, and hopefully we can get a quick turnaround here. We're on the way to Vegas right away. I'll find out who we're playing a little later tonight, but once again, this league's been, to be 14-4 and win this league, that shows the challenges for everybody moving forward. But you're going to have to be ready to play, because I think anybody can walk in and get a victory on one day, and that's going to be important to be ready.
You mentioned, the inexperience factor, and it kind of showed Tuesday night. I know you can go without Liv, but then again tonight, I mean, is that the thing a program has to go through to kind of
Yeah,
feel what that's like?
I think you have to be in these games to get that experience. We can't talk about what it's like. You have to actually experience this game. Our problem is we'll lose Liv Roberts, Natalie Baker, Skylar Snodgrass, and Marlia Campbell. And you can see what a big part Liv is for this team. She played 36 minutes tonight, and she didn't even practice this week just because she's trying to recover. And she wanted to be in there, wanted to give us those opportunities, and I thought really held us together at times when we could have folded. When you're down 5 to Boise State, you better make some plays or else it's going to get to 15 in a hurry. And that's what we were able to do, and I thought Marta had a huge game tonight. We just need her to get one more shot, and when you look at it, she goes 6 of 9. What a night she had.
Are you concerned that you go into the tournament kind of on this feeling now, or this team has been emotionally tough, mentally tough all year? Do you think they'll get over this before next week starts?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I take a look at the tournament because we place every possession for 10 straight weeks, and I know other teams do as well. Our bench is short. We tried to expand it this year, and there were times where we knew we couldn't expand it, and we had to make sure that we go with the same players. And when you take a look tonight, we did a good job on their star, but Taylor Rusk had to play 39 minutes. Liv Roberts played 36 minutes. Bailey Cotton played 35 minutes. And yet I know that we need to rest them at times, but it didn't feel like there was a minute you could actually steal a minute to put them on the bench, and that's really difficult.